Hey, welcome back. In this video, we will be learning about the div element in HTML. So if I just go on the MDN documentation about the content division element, in short, this is the div element, okay? So the div HTML element is the generic container for flow content, okay? It has no effect on the content or layout until styled in some way using CSS. Examples: styling is directly applied to it, or some kind of layout model like flexbox is applied to its parent element. So basically, div element is just like a span element, but unlike the span element, it is a block level element. The span element is an inline element. And you might be thinking like, hey, what is the point of div? Divs are used everywhere, okay? So if I just go here in the GitHub page, basically, so for example, these two are here, right? So I'll just inspect these, okay? As you can see, this is a div, and inside of that we are having a section, okay, which is good, and then we are having another div, and so on and so forth. So divs are everywhere. So whenever we want to group the elements together and style them, we are using the div to do so. Now you might have remembered when we have been talking about the forms, okay? So if I just go here, as you can see, this is the forms. So here inside of this one, to group together all of the inputs and the labels, we have been using the paragraph element, which is not that much good. So instead of using the paragraph element, what we have to do, we have to use the div element, okay, to basically wrap everything around. So what I can do, I can just go here. As you can see, this is the paragraph element. So div, okay, div, all right. Once again, I will just add a div, okay, all right. Once again, I will add a div, okay. And as you can see in my editor, whenever I am editing only the starting tag, it also edits the ending tag. So I have used the auto rename tag extension to do so. So inside of the extension, you can just search for auto rename tag, okay? So this is the extension here, and you can install that, okay? All right, so let's go here. Once again, let's do another thing here. So div, okay, so div, all of the paragraphs should be div here, okay? So div and so on. So let's change all of these as well, okay. All right, so let's add a div here as well, and so on. So we are having the field set and the legend here, so let's add a div, okay, here, div and div, okay. Awesome, okay. There are some of the other places as well, so let's quickly just change every paragraph to div here, okay. All right, and this is the last one, okay. Awesome. So now if what I'll do, I'll just close the live server and I will just open this one with the live server as well, okay. Awesome. So as you can see, we are having this forms, HTML forms here, and now as you can see, these things are quite like packed up together, but all of these, the username, email, password, are in the different lines, okay. Why is that? Because they are inside of a div, and this div is a block level element. That is why this particular blue box is stretching across the whole container, which is basically the screen, thus stretching across the whole screen here. So as you can see, we are having this one, and then we are having this one as well, and so on and so forth. So we are having all of these divs. So whenever we want to group some of the items together, we can use the div to do so. And now you might be thinking like, hey, what are some of the benefits of doing that? So what we can do here, as you can see, they are squished up quite a lot. So what I can do here, I can go here inside of the head. Okay, once again, I can open up the style text. You don't have to follow along. You can just see like writing the styles, or you can follow along as well. If you do not know about CSS, please don't worry about that. So style, okay, inside of that, what I'll do, I'll just select all of the divs and I will add a border of 2 pixels solid, and let's do light sea green. Okay, all right. And what I'll do, I'll add a padding, okay, top and bottom of 10 pixel, left and right of let's do 0 pixel, okay, and a margin of top and bottom of 10 pixel, left and right of 0 pixel. Okay, just you can just copy that, and also I will attach this particular file with the resources section, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, all right. So now, as you can see, we have styled all of the divs here, and they are spaced out quite a lot, right? They are spaced out quite a lot. And what I can do here inside of the padding, what I can do, I can just get rid of this one. Okay, awesome. So as you can see, all of these are spaced out quite nicely. And yeah, this is basically how we can use the div element to group and style the elements properly. Okay, so the div element or the content division element is basically a generic container, but it is a block level element, and the span element was the inline element. Okay, awesome. So this is the div element in HTML.